What's up guys, Intellitech Mobile here, and today we'll be doing a full unboxing of the Spider-Man 2 Limited Edition PlayStation 5 console. Now, as you may notice, this is not the PlayStation 5 Slim, and that's actually very important for a couple reasons. Now, I'll get into that, what I mean by that in a sec, but I technically have owned a PlayStation 5 before, the standard white edition launch model. I got it about a year after launch. I actually got it from the same store that I got this one from, which is Rent One, which is not really a store, but that kind of ties into the story about how and why I got this. So, this particular system, the PS5, I got the first one from Rent One. They were doing a deal where, at the time, this was a deal. You could get it for after about $800 for the disc edition PS5. It would have been about probably $849 or somewhere in that range after all the payments have completed. Of course, it's a rent-to-own place. And normally that's a terrible deal. But at the time, since PlayStation 5s, you could buy them outright for only more than what it would be to lease one over time anyways. For a lot of people it made sense, because if you're going to pay $1,000 to a scalper, why would you, well, I should rephrase that, why would you pay $1,000 or $1,200 for a PS5 from a scalper when you could get it from a company where it'll be significantly less? And yes, you're paying more than MSRP, but at least you're able to split it up in payments over time, so there's a bit of a financial convenience there, and of course it builds your credit and all that stuff. So it made sense. And despite how much I really enjoyed the PS5, it didn't make any sense, at least to me, to spend that much money on a game console. It just didn't. Even if I enjoyed the experience, it just didn't make sense. It made more sense for me to just bring it back and get one later whenever they're more available. Now, fast forward a few years, 2 years technically, and we've actually had Rent One for a while. The couch set that I'm sitting on, we've paid off. The TV that I will be plugging this into is paid off. We have a washer and dryer set that's paid off. We have a lot of things that we've gotten through Rent One that have been paid off. And of course, we currently have an account open for the recliner that's sitting right next to me. So, point is that we've had so many accounts or items on our account that we've paid off over the years and that we're currently financing as well, that they offered us a special deal, because if you've been with this company for a while, they offer a special deal. So we got this PS5 Spider-Man 2 edition. They had a early Black Friday deal. We actually got this a couple days ago, where we could get this out the door, paid outright, don't even need to finance it, for $250. Not even kidding. Now, of course, my fiance wanted to continue building his credit, so we went the financing route for this, which basically means that after all is said and done, I will have paid, or we will have paid, well, that's his account, so he will have paid approximately just under $300, about $280, $290. Because, of course, there's a little bit added on to that $250 for the financing, but it's actually not as much as you would think. So that's less than $300 for this machine, brand new. Remember, when this MSRP, this machine's what, $549, $569, something like that? It's crazy. So, obviously a great deal. Had to jump on it, even though I'm not really a fan of PlayStation. I'm not saying I don't dislike PlayStation, but I have a Series X, I have a Switch, I barely play any of them. It didn't make a lot of sense for me to get this. But at that price, I figured, why not jump on it? We can review it, I can do videos on it on this channel, and this is the Spider-Man edition. Because after all, one of the great things about the PS5 is that even if I decide that I don't like these Spider-Man faceplates, I can just buy the normal stock white, black, or blue ones, and then sell off these faceplates to somebody who wants to add them to their base model console. So, that combined with the fact this is the same price as the standard edition that they have the same deal going on for, but this includes a specially themed console and a copy of the game, it made sense. Now, this is the disc edition, but one thing I'm very, very, very angry about is the fact that down here it says includes voucher code, no disc included. Very angry about that, seething with rage, and that's not sarcasm. I've had a few days to, obviously, I'm not gonna, like, rage about it, because it's just a lack of a disc, like, first world problems, right? But it is something that I am frustrated with, so I will likely purchase a physical copy of the game and sell off this code. Now, there's one little tab. This is still sealed and everything, so we're going to cut that open. Now, again, it's been years since I've actually unboxed a new PS5. So, I'm going to pop this open. And if I remember correctly, because I've seen some of these Sony console bundles before, we'll move this back to the standard lens. I believe it's just a standard white box on the inside. And we just have to carefully pull this off the sleeve without cutting my hand open. Not the best box design in the world, honestly. It feels like it'd be very susceptible to breaks, and I don't know if you can see that, I just cut my finger. So, but now we've got the, why are his shoes in the middle of the living room? Ah, it's so annoying. So, we're gonna pop this open, and we've got some instructions right down there on what pops out. So, it looks like this piece, oh, this pops out first. This wasn't packaged very well. Oh, we're dropping stuff. Alright. We're already dropping stuff. Okay, so we got some booklets. Alright. PlayStation 5. Quick start guide. Alright, read that. Power cable. One thing I do like, basic figure 8 power cable, boombox style, universal. I mean, I already have a million of these hooked up. I don't think I'm going to bother opening that one. And then finally we got this controller, which I've never seen this edition before. I should clarify that. I work at a video game shop, so I've seen a lot of PS5s come in. In fact, ironically, we have one at the store right now. It's brand new in the box. But I haven't seen this controller. Ooh. Wow. That looks awesome. I was kind of worried this was going to look terrible, but this looks great. Never actually owned a PS5 controller as well. That's kind of crazy. I guess, again, if you don't count that brief time I had one and took it back. So it's been a while since I've... Now, the texture is actually a little bit different. It's a bit smoother. A normal PS5 controller, this part will have a texture to it. There's some texture on this side, but this side's completely smooth. So, unlike a normal controller, which will have a texture, this actually has not a glossy finish, but a very smooth finish. So it does feel different than the, standard white ones we have at work. Why the buttons are the same white color, though, I don't get it. I don't understand why these aren't black with red accents. But yeah, quite nice. There's no plastic on it or anything, but that's pretty much that. I like to keep all my video game packaging, so we'll see what's in here. We have the base and an HDMI cable. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright. We actually have a vertical stand included, unlike the Slim. Which, again, another reason why, obviously with the price difference, it makes sense to take the older model. Especially because it's actually better in some ways. You get the vertical stand included. Well, it's a combination stand that does both. Now, I've seen these 100 times, and I still can never figure out how... I assume that's vertical mode. And then one of these... Is this horizontal mode? Yeah, because it's a slope. I thought there was supposed to be a screw in here to bolt this to the system. That's kind of weird. I was under the impression there's supposed to be... Oh, there it is. Okay, so there is a bolt in here. That's supposed to let you install that to the system, which there's no possible way. I mean, I'll look and see. Maybe in like the shelf I have off the side from my entertainment center, I could lay it down, but I feel like you really need to stand this up. Speaking of standing things up, we've got our system. Now, this is... I opened this up in a really annoying way. I'm sorry. It's quite late. Again, I'm trying to keep everything packaged up. Alright, let's grab This, wow, I forgot how giant this thing is. It's been a while since we've had a loose PS5 at my store. My back hurts from leaning over at this angle. Ugh. Anyways. Of course, these have a lot of play. I assume... Okay, good. I feel a bulge. That means there's a disc drive. I knew this was the disc edition, but I was kind of a little bit scared that it wasn't, because they don't make it super obvious. Oh wow, that's nice. So you don't see a lot of pictures or documentation of this side of the console. So this side's just like a matte black with a little spider on it. Yeah. Now, of course, there's so much plastic here just because this system is such a behemoth. But I'm actually going to go ahead and install, well, maybe not. We'll see the other side of this first. Again, it's been a while since I've seen one of these. Ah, oh, so heavy. This system is massive. It's ridiculous how massive this console is. It's insane. I love how cheap these faceplates. So much play right there. Don't you love that? Now, I may end up, even though I actually do really like the texture on this, I still may end up getting a set of D-brand dark plates because those actually fit flush with the slope on the system. But in the meantime, not bad. And honestly, it probably doesn't make a difference anyways. So on the back, we've got our power, HDMI, Ethernet, 2 USB 3.0 ports that are Type A. One thing I also noticed is I thought there was like plastic on the shiny parts, but there is not. Because normally when a system has a glossy strip, normally there's plastic covering it, but I don't see any obvious plastic. So we have USB Type-C and USB Type-A that you can't see very well, but you can see the reflection of my hand. Quite nice. Again, I'm not going to slide this on. I don't want to scratch up these faceplates, but it looks cool for sure. I'm going to go ahead and install the base real quick. I don't think you're supposed to set this upside down, but I'm going to because I can't think of any other way to do this. There's a little cap right here that we can pop out. And one nice thing is you can actually pop the cap on the stand so you don't lose it. Something that doesn't theoretically matter, but it's still really nice. So right in here, we've got our little bolt, which you just gotta yank out somehow. There's a way to pop this out. Come on, pop out. There we go. And we can take our old cap and place it right in there so you don't lose it, which is awesome. Now, I'm trying to remember. I think this hooks on the back. Although it doesn't really hook. It kind of just sits there. This is really not very secure. And then this drops down. And you can kind of thumb screw it in place. You don't really need a screwdriver. You can just kind of thumb screw it in place. It's pretty good. Look at that, it even like fits perfectly flush too. So again, didn't scratch the top. So yeah, that is it. Now my question is, where the hell is my game? Because I didn't see it in the box. Is it at the bottom of the box? Oh. Hold on. Okay. Yep. Found it. Spider-Man 2. Now again, this is... Oh, I hate this so much. If I bought the disc edition of the console, and I paid the... Well, I in theory paid the extra money for the disc drive, why would you give me a code? With how much space, with how big this system is and how big this box is, they very easily could have slotted a game disc, a full case, in here. Very easily could have done that. This is infuriating. I don't like digital codes. I wanted the Spider-Man 2 edition with the game, not with a set of numbers. I wanted a game, not a napkin. Whatever. But anyways, technically they could have just not included it at all. So I guess if they really were stretching pennies that much that it was either include a code or don't include anything, then I'm glad I got the code. But to be fair, even if I bought the physical copy at $70 for this game, I still would come out ahead, because I saved a good amount of money on the system, and I theoretically could probably sell this for, like, I don't know, maybe $45, something like that. I assume that'd be about it. So, yeah. That's pretty much that. So, I guess I'll also mention, while I'm here, obviously, I couldn't just get this. I also, as I mentioned, I was open to, if I didn't like this colorway, buying a set of faceplates, as I've always wanted the blue faceplates. But to give me a taste of what the blue faceplates would look like, I did buy the blue controller. Now, apparently they just came out with a darker blue controller, or maybe I just wasn't aware of it, but this is the blue that I've always thought of, which is Starlight Blue. Let me turn this. Starlight Blue. So we're gonna open this up as well, so we've got some two-player action, because one of my best friends will be coming over to help me test this out. He's had a PS5 since launch, but oh, that reminds me, I've been waiting for Stray to come to Xbox. Now I could obviously download it on my PC. I'm sure I could run it, but I like physical games. So Stray has a physical copy on PS5. I've been waiting for it to come out on Xbox. It hasn't. If it's not coming, and I'm gonna check again after this video. If it's not coming out within like a week or two, I'm just gonna get it on PS5, since I obviously have one now. So that was one of the reasons why I almost bought. Now I don't like how they put that there, because it's really hard to cut this. Well, I say that, but then I immediately get it, so maybe it's not as bad. Just trying to cut this without damaging the box at all. Again, I really don't want to damage this. I want to keep all these boxes and everything and make it look all pretty. I think we got it now. Yeah, there we go. And I just immediately ripped it. Alright, so much for that. Whatever. Alright, go, pull this out. This box sucks too. This cheap little thing. But I get it, you know, spend the money on the actual accessory itself, not the packaging. Now, thankfully, this was also on sale. Walmart had a holiday deal where all their PS5 controllers were $50 brand new. So, had to jump on that. Am I doing this right? Obviously, theoretically, I'd buy a PS5 controller from where I work, but we don't have this color at my work. And we only have we only have like 2 PS5 controllers left, so I want to save those for actual customers. Why am I not getting this? I'm struggling a lot. There's gotta be a way to open this in a non-destructive manner. Oh. I was supposed to open it this way? Okay, and I ruined that too. Wow. Not great. Alright. Got a manual. Where's the charging cable? Are you kidding me? These controllers are $80 and they don't come with a friggin' charging cable? That's crazy. Ooh, okay. All is forgiven. This is pretty. Ooh, I like this. This is kind of smooth too. Maybe these controllers aren't as textured as I remembered them being. Maybe just the white ones are textured. I don't know. Maybe the white ones are just textured so they don't stain. I don't know, maybe. But I love this color. And you know what? I very well may get a set of faceplates in this blue color because I love this blue color. And I could always sell the Spider-Man faceplates. Yeah. Nice blue controller. More than likely, I'll end up using the blue one whenever I play PS5. But there we go. Now, of course, I don't have any PS5 games right now because why would I? I mean, then again, I guess it would make sense to prepare for this moment. But anyways, because I was told I was getting this as of like a few weeks ago, so I guess I should have prepared. But either way, PS5 is backwards compatible with PS4, except I don't have very many PS4 games either at the moment. Because most of the games I've been buying these days are like 360 PS3 Wii games, because those are the best deals right now. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. I would like turn it on and all that, but it's the same as any other PS5 to my knowledge, so no point in doing that. But as you can obviously guess, there will be a full in-depth review on the PS5 on this channel at some point in the near future. So yeah, we've got PS5. So yeah, this was Intellitech Mobile signing out. Let me know your thoughts on the PlayStation 5 in the comments below. Let me know if you thought I made the right choice by going with the fat model instead of the slim. I mean, the only ones they had at that price point were the old models. They hadn't got the slim in yet. So I don't know if... So maybe part of the reason why it was even cheaper than it normally would be, even with the discount, is maybe the fact that we had the discount and it was the outgoing model. So that might have been the reason. And frankly, I looked at the PS5 Slim. It still is way too big to fit my entertainment center anyways. So it's not like in practice that there's any difference between these two in terms of what I can do with them. So, you know, it doesn't make that much of a difference. And of course, since this one has the disk drive built in, that does mean that, of course, if the disk drive somehow fails, it's not as easy to just drop on a replacement. But I also don't have to worry about having an internet connection to play offline disc-based games, which is something that I've really been criticizing the Series X for. So the fact that this has that as an option is actually quite nice and something that I do greatly support, because I feel like part of the reason why I've been getting out of gaming in general, especially newer generations of stuff, is just the push to digital and subscriptions and online. It really irritates me because I'm very much a fan of single player and local multiplayer experiences. So at the end of the day, if you are that type of person, then Switch and PS5 are the way to go. Obviously, Xbox, Series X, and especially Series S are not very friendly in that regard. And I'll be doing a video soon on why the Series S is not worth considering. I've actually been using a Series S for a little bit now in preparation for doing a full review on it. But the Series S is just not worth your time. It really isn't. Whereas the PS5... Whoa, we're still zoomed in a lot. Whereas the PS5 takes up a lot more space than a Series S, but at least it's actually a usable console that doesn't, you know, have stupid restrictions on it, like no discs. At least this version, obviously. There is obviously a digital edition, but there's no reason to buy it. Even less reason the Series S. So, yeah, that's definitely an unboxing of the Spider-Man 2 edition PS5. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would say found it helpful, but there's nothing really I taught you. More so just bitching about a game system that I'm unboxing. So, anyways, also, if anyone wants this code, obviously I'm not going to show it on camera because I don't want to give it away for free, but, you know, because I think digitally this game I think is $70, right? So I mean, I'll probably sell it for like maybe 60, or maybe like $45, something like that. I don't know, somewhere in that range. I don't actually know how much like physical copies of digital codes are worth, if that makes any sense. But I will be likely picking up a full copy of Spider-Man 2. My fiance's been bugging me to just put the code in and just start playing the game, but I don't want to do that because then I can't sell it. So, you know, and what if I decide I don't want a PS5 anymore? Then I'm stuck with this game. So anyways, this is Intellitech Mobile signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. More videos coming soon on this channel. And I hope you all have a good one. Peace. And let me know what other consoles you want to see me review in the future. Obviously, the Series S is the one coming out right after this. PS5 is coming out at some point. And there's also another special system that I'll also be unboxing later this month as well, in honor of its 10-year anniversary. So that is that, at least assuming that the one that I have that I'm looking at doesn't sell, which I don't think it will, but you never know. But that's the plan, at least. So anyways, this is Intellitech Mobile signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace.